Hi guys, welcome to my course. And in this course, I will start showing you how we can make a nice like RPG style game, like controlling our character, almost like a third-person controller, but more from like a top view kind of thing. Okay. And so for this tutorial, we will use Playmaker, which I already installed here. If you haven't, please just you can install from here. And right now, I think it seems they have a discount because this was like $65. And I don't know how will it will be when you are watching this class. And besides Playmaker, you will also need like a fantasy kind of thing, fantasy game maker. This one, I'm not sure. Fantasy game maker, light, casual game, fantasy game, light. Yeah, make your fantasy game light. This is the one you will need, which is like a free asset, and you will need to like import it into your project, which I already did. Okay. And another thing you will need, okay, let me show you how to set the Playmaker. So we will, after you install, you will need to have your Playmaker editor here. I'm just going to drag and drop this here. So this is where we will set up our nodes and things, everything, like our, let's say, virtual coding or visual coding without coding by typing, let's say, all right? And another thing we will need is the action browser, which, and where is it? Let's go again to action browser. Where is this? Why it's not showing up? I don't know. Playmaker, let's create an object. Maybe sometimes Unity works weird. Now let's try to add an FSM here. Yeah, here we go. Actions are here now. I'm gonna drag and drop this right here. Okay. And so I'm gonna delete this object right now. And another thing I will do is I will save my scene because this is now saving to sample scene. I'm going to save my scene as under the scenes like world 1. Let's say this is going to be our game area. So this is going to be world 1, guys. And another thing I want to do, there's a plugin called iTween, which is actually, let me see, is it here? No, it's not here, which I like a lot. And now it is gone under the actions of the Playmakers. So I have it right here, which I will give it to you. This folder, so when you receive this folder, it will be zipped file. Please unzip it. And once you open this folder, first of all, copy this iTween. I say Command and C, all right? Under my project folder, RPG and assets, and copy and paste that under the plugins, okay? And then you will again copy this iTween actions, and now you will go under not the plugins and Playmaker, blah blah blah. You will go instead like Playmaker and actions. You will copy right under the Playmaker actions. Okay. Now, if you go back to Unity, you will see it's making some compiling. It is importing scripts, and so this is like an animation actions which you can like make the objects in the game, like during the game you can say like go this way like in 5 units, so it goes back and forth. You can set it up really nice and smooth, so we need to wait a while. So if I say iTween, yeah, here we go, we have all the iTween like move, punch, scale, whatever, okay, we want to use. So this is really cool, we are almost there. So what we want is actually once you import this thing in your project, it will bring you like a scene like this. Let's see. So we have, you can either like make your scene from scratch. You can go to from prefabs and you can like bring this right here. You see we have a tombstone here and everything. So I'm not going to work with that, but instead I will go to demo. I will open the demo scene actually. All right, let's open the demo scene here. Here we go. You see, now we have our demo scene. Now this is like a nicely done game. I mean the game scene. I mean, which I wouldn't use like in my game because this is like a free asset. Probably many people will do, or you can just pick and use it. Don't listen to me too much. Just do whatever you want in this gaming world. Okay. So this is our game area. Basically, what the developer did is like it gave you a camera, like a fly through. Let me show you what's going to happen if you press play. So now you can, like with your mouse, you can look around, and you can, using the WASD keys, you can like move, and you can go down, you can look around. He just did a nice thing on this. Okay, so this is like a first person thing, so you can like fly with your camera and whatever. Well, we don't want this, so I'm going to delete this camera, so no cameras rendering here. I'm going to create a new camera, all right, and I will bring this back like all the way. Okay, this is like a nice place right now. Actually, I can make it like 0, 0, 0 and bring it up. Okay, so this is I think nice. Maybe I can look around. Yeah, here we go. Let's look this way and bring our camera here. So let this be our like a game start point maybe. Okay, so I'm gonna save scene as, because we are still at this demo 6. We are using this demo 6 Unity. All right, so I'm gonna save scene as, and I'm gonna save it to, now I'm gonna save it like a world 1. This is better. Okay, now this is our like a workspace. Okay, this is where we will be making our game. Now I want to go through some things, like if I want to make it a little bit more visual looking better. Okay guys, and how we can do that inside Unity, like how we can make this. By the way, I don't like this free aspect. I want to make this like 16:9, which is like a HD kind of look. Okay, like you watch in your movies. Sorry guys, this one. And so I'm moving, and so this is, let's say I'm gonna make this 15, so we are more looking down. Okay, so this is like, this will be our game area for now. I mean this whole place. And now, like this is a little bit dull. Now what I want is like the called post processing stack. This is nice guys, you're gonna see it. And yeah, this you want post processing stack, this one, this free one. Okay, all right, go ahead, go away. And this is a free item, so all you will need is, you will say import. This is really nice because it gives you like the post processing that you will do in any post processing software, like they do in the movies. You can add effects like the bloom effect, like the ambient occlusion and the glow and the motion blur, the camera, how can I say, depth of field. Okay, you can set it all right here. All right, so I will show you in just a few minutes what's going on in here. I mean, this is, I think, really important if you are making like a RPG kind of game. And it is, the market is competitive. I mean, you need to be visually like competitive as well. So try to use as much stuff as you can, but always check it if you are making this for mobile. Always check the performance of the game, and if it's not worth it, just get rid of it. I mean, the gameplay is the most important thing. Trust me, guys. I mean, throw away the graphics and everything. Just make a game with cubes, planes, just one color, white. And if the gameplay is cool and nice, still the game is gonna win. Trust me. I mean, 70% is the gameplay. Okay, just keep this in the back of your head. This is more important than anything. But still, I like doing visual stuff. So like in my previous classes, it was not so visual. But now this time I want to make it like a more visual looking nice tutorial, so you also enjoy like what you're doing, instead of just going like over the theory thing. Okay, now what did we import here? Okay, we imported this post-processing stack. Okay, now let me show you how this thing works. We need to wait a while too. Sorry about that. Okay, let's go to our scene. So now let's check this the gravestone here. Now I have my camera, and so what I will do, I will go to my inspector. I'm going to first of all create post-processing. How can I say? Create, where is that? Post-processing profile. I'm going to say game post profile. Sorry. Okay. You see, this is like everything that you can control. And so I will go to my camera and I will say add component and I will say post processing behavior. Okay, this is important. Now what you will do, you will drag and drop this right here. Now things should work much better. Now let's check out what's going on. Now check this thing, okay? Check out, I'm gonna add an ambient occlusion here. Check, you see those like soft shadows that's happening? Almost like a GI, like a global illumination. Okay, let's check out the leaves here, guys. And you can like make the intensity harder. And you can say the radius like 1, you see? Now if I take it out, check out the game area. Now it is more like a darkish and more shadow. It is looking a little bit more realistic. And if I turn the bloom on, check this out, okay? So this is what's going on with the bloom. So this is like giving a glow effect to the things, to the material that has the glow material almost, like this is additive material, okay? This is like the particles, all right? So what else we have here? So, and another thing is you can add like a, how can I say, depth of field to the camera. So if I go ahead here and I say focus distance 50, and why it's not working? Maybe I need to play with this. Yeah, here we go. I think it's working. Does it? Let's play with the camera here. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. Let's come over here. Let's go. And where is the camera? So if I go to like games profile and depth of field, and if I say this 10 or like 100, I really don't get it, you know. I'm not sure why it's not working, but it should work one way or another. And maybe I need, yeah, here we go. Sorry guys, I totally misunderstood. You need to make the f-stop like less actually. Yeah, why not? Because the less this, you know, the more this blur happens. I totally got it wrong. So this is like the depth of field, guys. Okay. So if I were to take my camera, and if I were to take it like back, now this will become more clear. And if I pass by, it becomes blur, you know. So it becomes more blur. And if I get to another object, you see it's getting blue. You know, it's giving a natural feel, like when you are playing a game, and if you are passing by this thing, it will create like a blur kind of effect. All right. I know it sounds weird, like saying blue. All right, guys. So this is like all about it, this post-processing style. And by the way, if I want to add fog, I wouldn't do it here. I just don't like adding fog here, but I just adding fog like from here. All right, which the person already, I mean the developer already did for us. So you can say this density 0.2. Okay, so you have like a more density here, so you don't know what's going around. Okay, so you can make it like a more black kind of thing. All right, so it's much more horrible. I mean not horrible, but more like a horror thing. Okay, and 0.7 maybe. Okay, so this is like more like it. Okay guys, so this is what's going on. So I'm going to make this like 1 and make this like heated, like more like a bluish. Okay. And like the developers did, I mean, sorry about that. So this is my setup for my scene, which we'll be using, for setting up our character, making him move or blah, blah, blah. Okay. So see you in the next class where I will teach you how we can set up our character. Okay. By the way, for the time being, I'm going to turn all these off. All right. So I don't want this to affect our like workspace. Actually, I'm just going to turn this off and it should be okay. Otherwise, it can be like, how can I say, your workspace can like be really heavy. So just keep it like this and simple. And let's turn our camera where? Yeah, let's look this way. And let's move like this. All right, this is like a much more fresh area. Now I can turn left. I can move not X on the Z position. I can move like this. All right. So I will stop the lesson right now. And now in the next class, let's check out how we can like import our character here, give him some movements and blah blah blah. Okay. Okay. See you. Bye. Hello guys, welcome back. Alright, in this part of the tutorial, I'm going to show you how we can like use Mixamo to set up our character, rig it, and get it back inside our Unity, okay? So this is our Unity, from the previous introduction class, you saw we set up our scene. Now let's get our character right in here. So instead of like downloading this, I can say FBX for Unity and download and just get it back. I will choose a route of taking this and using this model, re-upload it, rig it here and take it back to Unity. Okay, so you can learn, if you have a model in Cinema 4D, you can learn how you can like upload it to Mixamo and rig your own characters. Alright, so I will download this. I will say only FBX for now, because we will use it in Cinema 4D, not the Unity. Okay, so the downloading the asset now, so you will see, if you go to Mixamo, this is really cool website. You have all these characters you can check out, and you have like the animations in here. You can like, if you click this, now this character starts to, you see this weird dance and thing. Okay, here we go. So this is about it. Okay, now we have it here. I will say show in Finder, and I will drag and drop this FBX right in here, and I will say okay. Now we have it here. Okay, now what happened to you? Oh my god. You see, this is the thing with the free stuff, guys. I mean, sometimes the free thing doesn't work a lot. I don't know what's happening with this one. Let me try again. Let me try to download, open it up again. Yes, let's say okay. Yeah, don't know really what's going on, guys. I mean, there's a problem with the let's say close all. No, okay. Let's try again. Maybe I have to do with the textures. Let's say texture substances, everything's okay. No, it's not happening. I really don't know what's the problem. And there's a problem with the material. And we can actually like create a new material in here. We can drag and drop this. And let's go to color. Yeah. Let's copy and paste this to another scene. Yeah, here we go. Now this should be okay. Nothing here? No. Okay, untitled here. So I will like, how can I say, let me drag and drop this here, maybe. Yes. Okay, we have our character and elimination. Okay, let me go and check out this thing. Yeah, that's the problem with the material, guys. Sometimes this happens with Mixamo. Okay, anyway, for now I have this color in here set up. Then we can use all these like the normal map, specular map for later on. Okay, so what you can do, you can like open up bump in here, and you can drag and drop this normal map on the bump map. All right, yes, okay. Bump strength, you can like, you see now we have like the bump strength in here. Okay, okay, now it's done, so don't need to panic, and we will delete these hips, and all we are left is with this model. Okay, so we have the girl and thing, and I will get rid of the, how can I say, the bump for now, or maybe should I? Yeah, this is better, and I will export this. Okay, sorry, I'm going to export, come on, like the FBX, and I'm gonna say, what's her name, Kuju something. All right, okay, Chinese girl. All right, guys, and I'm gonna say save, and make sure you have the embed textures like ticked. I say okay, exporting FBX. Now upload the character, and let's go back. You see this Chinese girl. So imagine this is like your like own character that you modeled in Cinema 4D and you exported, and now you're uploading to Mixamo to rig your own characters. All right, so this could be like a zombie you did, or like a warrior, something like that. So now we're uploading the character. We just need to wait. I think this is like 1% should increase. Yeah, this is what's going on now. That's with doing things with Unity and like 3D. You need like two things. Okay, you need patience, and you need not to panic sometimes, because things can go wrong like anytime, because it's like too many things are going on. But actually things are not going wrong, it's just workable things. So just get rid of that panic factor in your head, oh, like my project is gone or whatever, or what I'm gonna do. Just cool down and try to find a solution. That's the best thing I can tell you, like when making this kind of big projects. Okay, you see there's a guide in here. So basically this is the chin. All right, so this is the guide. Okay, it says chin, this is the wrists. All right, so you can like check also here, you see, and you have the elbows in here. So I guess this is like elbow. All right, and this is the knees. Okay, guys, so this should be okay, and this is the groin. All right, so like if you have like a cartoon character, like with no fingers, almost like they're wearing a glove kind of thing, you can say no fingers. But I'm going to say standard skeleton, and I say next. Now Mixamo is rigging my character, and I will soon will be able to download it and import it into Unity. Okay, then we'll start using it. By the way, the T-pose that I got is like you go into animations and you write T-pose, it's right there. Make sure you download your character into T-pose, all right? Not doing any kind of animation. The arms should be spread apart like this, looking sideways. This is the best way. It's the industry standard, I should say, I mean, rigging a character is like a puppetry. I look at it more. So if you're an animator, you should look at it like that. So let's see if our character rigged fine. So here we go. Okay, the textures are there. The rig is done nicely. Then I say next. I say next. Now I have my character right here. Okay, this is cool. Okay, because I had it in the dancing animation. So I don't want her to you see in mix demo you can go samba dancing or whatever. So I'm gonna select again T-pose, and I'm gonna assign this to her. Now I'm going to download my character and FBX for Unity. I'm going to download it now and then take it into, okay, let's wait for downloading Chinese girl T-pose. All right, now I'm going to say show in Finder. I will like copy this. I'm going to say Command and C. The textures are inside, by the way. Okay, and so I will go to my project folder here, Unity projects, RPG game, assets, and I'm going to create not in here, not on the Playmaker. I'm going to create like a new folder. I say 3D models. Okay, I'm going to like get in here, Command and V, and here we go. So now if I go to like Unity, now I can like turn this off, this Cinema 4D thing. No, I don't want to save it. You see it is like importing assets. So now my character is right under the 3D model. So now if I go in there and if I go to inspector, you see my character is in here and I'm going to drag and drop her right in the scene. Okay, and she should be okay. All right, now you imagine first of all you need to go to the model, sorry, the rig. You need to select humanoid. All right, this is important. You say apply. Now another thing which is really important, you need to go to materials. You say extract textures and it will ask you a folder to where to extract. Let's say Chinese textures. All right, okay, come on. And now it is extracting the textures, and soon the textures will be like you see this is creating like the PNG and the thing. We are almost there. Okay, now you see our characters here. I say extract materials, again choose this one. Okay, so we have our character here and we have our like the, how can I say, the materials here. So what you can say, you can like drag this normal map right in there, and she has a more like a, how can I say, like a bump material. You see this is her normal map, and this will be more visible if we go to like, if I were to create a light game object, I mean the lights and point light. Come on. Okay, so okay, so this normal map is actually creating like a bump kind of thing. So if I were to make this 0, you see all the details are gone now. So I'm gonna leave it at 1 for now. So we have our like character, and also like if you go to this material settings, if you go to smoothness, you see she's more like a plastic kind of thing. So it becomes like a plastic kind of material, which we don't want in a character. But you can give it a little bit specular, and this metallicness is not something we want. If you don't want any specular highlights, you can turn this off, and what it does, so it doesn't work. All right, so this is the reflections. I'm going to leave it on for now. Okay, so this is our character again. She's looking at the all 0, 0 rotations and things. Okay, so the camera is looking right at her, so we can like see what's going on. Okay, now the main problem happens here. Okay, I will show you. This took the Cinema 4D editor, and so we need to delete this. Okay, we say continue. Now we are looking from the camera because it took the camera from our Cinema 4D. All right. Now I'm gonna bring it in, and I will like let's turn Where is she? Okay, let's see here, and let's turn our character 180. Okay, now this is much better. Okay, now okay, so this is like happening, and the camera. So this is the way we should look at it. All right, so I'm going to take her back a little bit to the light where we can see her, and this light I will make it where is this light? Sorry guys, I will put the inspector right here, and yeah, here we go. So this is the point light. I'm gonna make the intensity like 2 so we can see our character. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it right here, and in the next class we will like how can I say it? Let's say fix now. We will start getting our animations into Unity 3D. All right, see you in the next class. Bye. Okay guys, welcome back. Now we have our character in the, okay, let's turn off the Cinema 4D right now, we don't need it. Now, since we have our character in the Unity, by the way, I made it like 0, not 180, I switched back to it, okay. So I'm going to take this, actually I will put this point light right under this model. So wherever she goes, the light goes, we can see what's going on in here, okay. And so what we will do, actually I'm not going to put under her, but I will create another group. Sorry guys, I'm going to take it out. So I will import some animations, okay. So let's go to Mixamo and let's go and find it like an idle position, I mean animation for our character. So let's okay, this is cool. Okay, this maybe she's like looking around, and I don't like this too much. I mean, I use this a lot, so I don't want to use it. Maybe let's make a fighter. No, this is too hectic. I don't know, zombie idol, no, no. Sitting idle, happy. Maybe, you know, let's make like a drunk character. Okay, you know, you can make a fun knife if she has a knife in her hand. You know, it's all in your imagination. You can have this. And let's see, idol, dwarf idol, no. Maybe ninja idol. Let's see, she's cool like this. I don't know. What do you think? I think she's okay. I like this. I'm going to download this model, and I'm going to select FBX for Unity. All right, I will use this. And so let's wait for the download and see what will happen when we import this animation into our character. Okay, come on. And I will say show in Finder. I will copy and I will go to my project, and under 3D models I'm going to copy and paste. Now we have our idol. Okay, now I go to my project, and now it is importing onto 3D models. Come on. Alright, so if I go to under 3D models, we have our idle and T-pose. This first you need to again select the rig, you need to select humanoid, you need to select apply, okay, for this animation to work correctly inside Unity. And also in animation, you need to select loop time, alright? And always say apply in these settings, like the one I did just a second ago. I clicked apply, alright? If you don't do this, this won't work. Now this will be like a loop animation. It's like if I go to rig, I said humanoid and I said apply, okay? This is important. Now what I will do is I will go inside. You see this is your animation file. This is what you need. So make a copy of this, okay? This is important, Ninja Idol, because always use the copy of this animation. Close this. Now this is what you need, okay? We can say Ninja Idol main. All right. And for our character to work with animation, it will need an animator, okay? So it doesn't have an animator if we click in here, all right? So what we will do is we will, under 3D models, I will right click and I say create, and I will say animator controller, okay? And I will say Chinese girl animator, all right. And what I will do is I will select this Chinese girl and I will drag and drop this on her, all right? So now it's under the Chinese girl animator, and if we go to here, you see there are some like notes created here, okay? What I will do is I will like go to like the entry. Let me make this big. I will go to like the entry state. I will bring this in. Okay, we don't need this. What I will do, I will say create a state empty. So it will create right away a step like a new state. I will call this idle animation. So this is going to be, where is this? Idle animation. And I will drag and drop this Ninja Idle name right up here, okay? So if I go to my scene, and if I bring my camera, okay? If I bring my camera, and so this is like I'm looking from the viewport, and this is going to be like how we look at the game, okay? If I click play, hopefully the idle animation should be here. It's just taking some time. Sorry for that, guys. You can like fast forward here if you don't want to wait. You see, okay, now let's go. Yeah, here we go. This is cool, guys. Yeah. So we have our like the idol. Now she's like looking around, like, come on, you know. She's in idle state. Now this is working really nice. So yeah, that's it. And we have our idol. We got the animation into Unity, made it work with our character. So in the next class, let's look at how we can move our character using Playmaker, okay? Now we will start creating some movement inside our game. Then we will add the walking or walk or running, whatever, you know, like applies animation into it, okay? Thank you for listening. See you in next class. Bye. Okay, guys, let's add a player controller component here. Okay, now let's, first of all, this is our character. As you see from the first lesson, we had our idle animation all set up here. Now we want to control this character, so it goes, moves left, right, back and forth, you know, and that kind of thing. Okay, so I will first of all create a 3D object, and I will select capsule here, and I will bring it up almost roughly like close to our character, and I will bring it like here. So let's say if I say like position, copy component, and then come here and paste component value. You see this is like down. I'm going to take it up. So it's right where her feet almost like, how can I say, finishes. So this will be our like a collider for our character. But okay, I'm gonna untick the mesh renderer, and I will, what can I say, the radius, I will like make it a bit narrowish, so it doesn't like touch with the enemies right away. We make it a little bit easy on our character, and I will call this, press enter, I call this player. All right, so I will, the character is looking this way, all right, on the z-axis. So same as our, how can I say, character as well. Okay, so I will replace this under the player. I will also, okay, I will leave the lights on right now. I added like these two lights so our character is fully visible while we are working on it. And I will add an FSM on my character. Okay, now we will start working with Playmaker. And now we can like start creating some, how can I say, FSMs or finite state machines. So this state 1, I will call this movement. Okay, here we go. And also the name of the FSM, I will say character movement. Okay, I will go a bit slow. So if I used to press play, the character will go all the way down. All right, let's see if it's not like that. Okay, she is not, but she is standing in the air. Okay, we don't want her. We don't want that. I mean, she has a collider, but she is like airborne right now, which we don't want because this is a platform game. So I'm gonna get rid of this mesh renderer right now, and I will add a rigid body. Okay, what is rigid body? Rigid body is basically a dynamics. So if I press play, now it will fall down to floor. Okay, you see. Now she is on the floor, and actually it is using this the capsule, the player capsule collider, to stay on the floor. If I were to take it up, she will still fall down. Okay, so it doesn't matter. You can like work this on real time. All right, and now we will make her like move. Okay, so I will go to state. We need to do a few things. Okay, first of all, we want her to move like in these like x and z axes. All right, so she needs to go right, left, then forward and backwards. So let me show you something important here. If you go to project settings and if you go to input, and you see here under the axis you have the horizontal and you have the vertical. Okay, so which means this is like on the arrows. Okay, navigate button, it says like left and right. Also alternative negative buttons A and D, and this is like down, up. These are the arrow keys, and W, S. Okay, so these are the same keys that you actually use when you're playing like a hardcore game or FSF FPS games. Okay, so you use WASD and you press other keys to shoot or whatever. Okay, so we will get these. So I will copy this. Okay, this name. These names are important. Okay, I will come here. I will go under my actions. I will say get access. Okay, not the vector. This is another way, but I want to make it so it works on mobile too. I will say get access. I will paste it right here. Okay, and I will store it in a new variable called x-axis main. All right, x-axis game. I don't know why I did that. I will copy this and paste it here, and another axis we need is vertical. All right, I will copy this, then copy it right here. Okay, now if I let me say input, now check this out. Okay, I'm pressing play. I will now use up and down keys, right and left keys, and check the values here. Okay, now sorry guys, this one sorry, I need to use the WASD. Okay, you see these numbers, they are changing. All right, okay, the reason I did it wrong is because I had to create another variable for this one. I say new variable and z-axis game. Okay, now this should be, oh my god, I did it wrong. X-axis game. Let's get rid of this. Okay, no, don't get rid of this. Sorry guys, I did it all complicated. I'm gonna start from again. I'm gonna say new variable and I'm gonna say z-axis game. Okay guys, now this should be okay. Now vertical, horizontal, we have like two variables set up. Variables is basically like numbers you use to set things up in the game. Now we are using a float. So let's see. So if I press like up, you see now this is like, okay, you need to click on the game area to make the game work. So up, 1, down, -1, now right, 1, left, -1. Same you can do with the arrow keys. Okay guys, all right, now it's getting the values. Now we need to make her walk. For that we need to set the velocity. Okay, basically we will add velocity to her, and we will say x-axis to the x and z-axis to the z, and we say every frame, and make sure this is checked world, guys. Okay, and now if I press play, now if I press WASD keys, she moves. Oh my god, she fell down. All right, the reason for that is because we have our rigid body here. Okay, check this out, guys. Because she is trying to rotate rightwards like that. We don't want that. We want to limit the rotation. Okay, this is constraints. And also we don't want her to rotate like forward this way as well. Okay, so she should be working. I mean, not working, sorry about that. Walking, finally. Right, okay, more forward, backwards, right, and left. Okay, now, because we have like 1 here, if I were to make this like 3, you see changes will be lost when you stop playing. So this will be reset to 1 when I press stop, but you can still check how things are working. You see now she is much faster. All right, now she is working. All right, this is cool. So I will make these axes 3, so they stay there forever. Okay, and so this is cool. So if, okay, something here about this constraint. Like if you don't want your character, if you didn't want your character to move like on the z-axis, and if you just want to make a platformer going right, okay, all you have to do is like constrain this z-axis, guys. So you press Z, so she never goes up and down, she only goes right, okay? So you have a game like a limbo or like the inside. So you're always going on the right and left axis just like a platformer, alright? Not like a platformer, but it's a platformer. Anyway, now everything seems to be working fine, only she is not looking where she is going at, alright? Now we need to use a smooth look at direction thing. But before we need to set vector x3y. We need to create a vector for that, okay? And we will say a new variable. We will say vector 3 game. And we will also add to these x and z axis. All right, here. And we say every frame, okay? And now we will choose smooth look at direction. Now this should do the trick. We will use the vector 3 we created here, right here, and now let's see if our character is walking. You see now she's turning to where she's going. Yeah, that's cool, guys. That's cool. That's cool. You see, now we have a fully working character. All right, now this is cool. And in the next class, we will have a look at how we can add some running animations to her. Okay. So see you in the next class. Sorry for my voice. That's my throat. Okay. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.